All right, welcome back to another video. I thought I'd do another action pose position today because I haven't done one in a minute. I'm getting rusty. And that's the only way that you will stay good at something is to do it constantly, every day if you can. So if you procrastinate every day, you will be great at procrastinating. If you're just being lazy every day, you will be great at being lazy. So let me try this action pose position. I'm going to try to do two people. As I say, I'm rusty because I've been just doing lessons. So let's get it. Let's get it. I just said I'm going to do two people. So I'm using a pencil, and that is severely bleached out. So let me find another light to, or maybe just cut this whole thing off and see what we come up with. I've got one overhead light that's working. I can't even see this on my monitor. Switching up to a darker pencil. All right, let's try this H2. Wow. Wow. Is it me? There's no light on. I'm just going to use this faded light here and then see if you guys can see. Maybe it's just the monitor. Maybe it's just me. All right, let's just do this thing. And I'm just going to do just a rough shape to get this guy, or this figure, in where I need it to be in, and then go from there. You slowly build it up. You just kind of get your stick figure almost, and you get it positioned. Then you just use your rough shapes, your ovals, your rectangles. Rectangles. What the heck is a rectangle? No, your ovals, your circles. I almost lost the fact that I didn't know what a rectangle was. And then you kind of build it up. It's kind of like adding clay to a little statue or a little pile and shape it up. So I said I want to get two people. So these guys are kind of like back to back fighting, on their guard kind of thing. Or about to, not fighting each other, like protecting themselves or getting ready for a fight, getting ready for the fight. So yeah, just shape it out. And usually if I start out, and see, this is where my videos get long because I start teaching. And I just wanted to draw because I haven't drawn and I'm frustrated. So if I want to draw a body, I'll just use a rectangle like that, and I'll twist it or bend it a little bit, however I need it, and then throw the legs on there, and then I'll come back and then I'll rough it out however I want to do it. So you can start out like this. I'll do this if I know like exactly what position I'm drawing, and then I'll do that, and I'll do the beetle, and then put the arms. And that's, like I said, if I know exactly what I'm doing, I'll do that style. But if I'm trying to figure it out, I'll use this little stick of gum, shall we say. Just like, stick of gum, and you just kind of bend it, square it off, and then you do what you want to do to it. You stick arm, stick leg, and then you go from there. So this is kind of what I'm doing because I'm trying to feel these guys out, feel this position out. I kind of have it in my head, but I'm not sure if it's going to go down right or not. So that's why I say you use your stick position first, and then see what's going on with that. And if it fits and it looks good, then you start to give it some shape, some body, some form. Kind of feeling it out. cylinder, you know, arms and legs are cylinders. So get my center line here, he's gonna be more turned. So you're gonna see his lats here. Shoulder up here. This one's coming down around his back. It's going to be here. You're going to see some neck here and here. The head is going to be up more. The dog is coming around. And this is why I don't really do pencil too well, because I use so many lines. It's just, you got all these scratchy kind of lines going on that in the end I'm going to have to figure out which one I'm going to use. And erase 1,000 more. And one way to actually speed yourself up in drawing is, if you're doing that comic book, I did a video on what your first book should look like. You're doing this, a fanzine, just a small paperback book where you do everything that not necessarily nobody else will see but you, so that you won't have to worry about, is it right? Does it look good? Is it wrong? But you're drawing. That's the whole purpose. You are drawing and drawing and drawing. Do your little short story. It doesn't have to be, you know, the world's greatest plot, because you're not really showing it to anybody. You're just doing it so that you can have that practice on drawing a book and practice on drawing figures and whatever else goes into that book. So this leg was right in the first place. This is back leg. Okay, so if this is going this way, the house is there, so that the leg is going to be up more. And this is another reason why I use 3 colors, because once I figure or I get everything right, I can switch colors and outline or do exactly what I want to do, or get the exact lines that I want to have with these characters. Characters are not characters, they're just kind of figures, not to be dressed or anything like that. So that's a little high. So this hand is going to be, what is under this paper? And that's another thing, positioning. If you're drawing hands, positioning your fingers. So it's good to have a mirror. That way you can in front of the mirror and then just kind of see how your fingers will go or your hand will go. So it's just always great to have a mirror in front of you. I don't have one at this table, at my table, but I'm working on trying to get another house so I can have my drawing room back, or drawing room complete the way that I want it. Because with the COVID going on, my son came back. He needed a place to stay. So I gave him my bedroom, and I am staying in my drawing room. So I had to move like my dresser in here and a bed. So it's a drawing room slash bedroom, and ate up a lot of space, that's all. So I'm forming him. He's coming out fairly good. Fairly good. There's probably a few things that I still need to do before I say, okay, this is cool. And I may just give a fast drawing after I get the position right. But I need to check. My setup. At least you can see it in the monitor. He's going to be looking at you. He's going to be kind of looking this way. Maybe not tilted so much, but I'll get that in there. I think I'll pull that elbow back a little bit, just for laughs. And remembering that all of this is round. I think that's where a lot of artists, young to the game, should I say, not young as in you're 12 or 13, lose a lot, because we start drawing, we draw flat. Things are flat when they need to be round. And this is one reason I say about the cylinder. Your shapes, use your shapes. Everything should be shaped. And if need be, if you do an arm like this, put your round lines in it lightly so that you can know that the thing is round. So if you put like a band or something on there, you know it's round. It just won't look flat if you're doing guidelines, I guess you can call it, shape lines. So now's where I start shaping stuff up a little bit. Don't forget the knee, which I just completely forgot. I should bring that down more. Knee on this guy. Should bring that down more. Not too bad. Now, if I was, what's the guy's name? I start looking at this stuff. David Finch from, at this point, or even Jim Lee, at this point, I could just take an ink pen and do it. But right now, as I said, I'm out of touch right now. It's just, It's a shame. Actually, just really feeling a lot of anger. I think that's probably why I started drawing this, because it's like, come on now, there's just days, when the weather, you just don't feel like doing anything, but you need to do it. So if I start inking this, it might not come out to be perfect. Come on, man, this leg is going to be up, so it's facing me, so it's going to be shorter. But what? I don't know, but something. How about that fist? Now, the darker I get, the more I go over it, the darker it's going to get. So that's going to make it hard to actually use a second color, because this pencil is just, it would dominate that color. So the only way to do it is to ink over it. And I may have to just bite that bullet and ink it and deal with any little mistakes that it may have. I can just use a whiteout and kind of white out some of that. But I want to double check and make sure all the lines are where they need to be, because the body is just a puzzle. You just put all the pieces together and your puzzle will fit. A little bit. So I think I'm going to ink this and kind of in a slow, fast motion. Not so fast that you won't hear my voice. It'll be sounding like a chipmunk if I'm squeaking or anything like that. Okay, so where is this delt? This delt is right here. The bicep delt goes up into that. So let me give this, let me go ahead and ink this and see what I come up with. First of all, let me fix this cat's arm. Not see what I come up with, but just see if I get it right. Line there, cut that down. And you can do the same with the fingers. Just do your stick lines like that, and then you come back and just kind of add some meat to it if you like the way it is. And this one here. Trying to turn his fist up, because he's got his fist more to the side. I want his fist to be more up. You've forgotten how to draw a fist, brother? No, it's just too many lines. As I get these lines and start using pencil and this overhead light, this one overhead light, it gets blurred. So let me increase the intensity real quick, just for a second. Hey, can you see that even better? So that I can see what these fingers, I need glasses. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This finger is going to come up and then down into that, which might be better for better in the inking. The head right. All right, let's go ahead and try to ink this thing. So I'm going to speed this up. Let me zoom in just a little bit more so that you can clearly see me making mistakes. And then we will ink it. So I always like to start out with the SX, the smallest one you can get, the SX. Can you see that? Is it upside down? It is. Or the super small, super tiny one. And then work your way up. Because the finer the point that you have, the better stuff will come out. So let's see how bad I can screw this up. Because as I say, it is so much glare. Going on in this. And I said I was going to fast forward that. So without further ado, let's quick ink. All right, so there you have my rush ink lines, and I call them rush ink lines because I never really had my final line to follow. So I'm throwing these lines in here where I know basically they should go, but it's not exactly following that final line because I didn't have that final line because I use pencil, and this is why I use red pencil and then the blue pencil, so that the first color is a rough, the second color would be more detailed, and then I follow that detailed one with an ink pen. So what I always like to do is take a thicker pen and finish up the detail. And I had to switch, maybe because I had to switch pens because this one was running out, and I think this is my new one, and this was the old one, which I should have put up, but the desk is crazy messy. So finding out which pen is the better, and these are zebra pens. These are, I believe these are from China. I like these pens because of their points, and my fine point, which is I think this is the blue one, is kind of wearing out. So I switched over to the gray one, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. And and this one is running out too. But never fear, because I bought 4 packs because I like these things so much. Yeah, this one's running out. They give you good lines. I mean, once you learn how to use it, you can get some good feathering, you know, with the thing, with the thing, especially if you're like an inker or you do dabble in inking, and you know, to me it's just really good. I'm not a big featherer yet. So I'm just going to add some thickness to the curves and then call it a day. Actually go over the whole thing, but then add more thickness to my curves to give it a little more bulk. Probably just the outside line. And then this will be a wrap for this. I upload, what is it, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday with a coloring thing, but the coloring things haven't been getting too much viewer participation. So I don't know, maybe I'll just do and the coloring thing is for me anyway. Basically, it's just me. Feathering is just for me, so I can practice my color. But if it's not really working out, then I'll just switch to something else. Because basically, I do want to teach you guys, and a lot of people might want to color. So we'll see. And there's probably something wrong that, but I just don't see it. I'll see it in the morning. And that's why I say always, always walk away from your drawing before you finish it. Because you will see something, what is under this paper? You will see something later and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. But as I said, I'm just kind of like frustrated that I haven't really been drawing a lot lately. So I'm throwing this out just to get myself back into the groove without putting too much detail into it. The head. And I always just do crooked heads, especially if I'm rushing. Especially at the top of the head. And that head is like way too small, but he could be looking down, so yeah. And this head here is way off. Nothing that can't be fixed by redrawing it when I want to draw a real life, real detailed one. Make the hand look a little more realistic and put a little bulge out here for the thumb. But no. Come on, keep it in the camera. And that's the problem when I zoom in. I usually push the paper out because this is not my actual drawing position. I usually have the paper a little further away from me. So if I push it away, then that's why, because I just get into the comfortable mode of, okay, this is how I'll have my paper when I draw. That probably could have been a little longer right here to stretch out, but as I said, in the morning when I see it, I'll say, oh no. Or if I did this on the computer, I could easily just stretch it on out. Cheat. So that is it. So, you know, I can erase some of these extra lines and then, you know, see where I could use more lines at, but yeah, I'm not gonna play with it too much. You play with it too much, you'll screw it up, or you'll make it better, whichever comes first. Now, if this was comics, if I was doing my comic book, I would keep going with it. But as I say, for the sake of time and the sake of not screwing up, we're gonna call this one a wrap. There you have it, the two fighting poses, protecting poses. Protect one another from the, what is it, the on something battle, the oncoming on something battle. And see, and here I am, I'm still messing with this thing. I need to leave it alone. All right, so yeah, here you go. Let me get this in frame. One of the foots is out of frame. But yeah, there it is. And I can put some background and so forth and so on, but since these guys are generic figures, there's no need for background. And besides, this is just for you guys to, yeah, keep playing with it, Brian. It's for you guys to draw from. All right, yeah, I'm seriously going to leave it alone now because I need to. All right, 40 minutes and no cuts. No, I did speed it up a little bit, so it's less than 40 minutes. All right, so that's going to be it for this video. Action pose position number, I don't know what number it is. And yeah, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. So whatever day this comes up, I guess I'll see you 2-3 days from now. All right, I'm out. See you guys later. Keep drawing. Don't give up your dream. Keep drawing. Spend money on yourself too. On yourself for your goal. Ramble some more. All right, I'm out.